Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I've got a lot of new makeup to try from Primark. So I've got this huge bag here full of makeup. I've got enough for a full face and probably more, to be honest. This is literally the cheapest makeup I have ever bought in my life. Like literally, you are gonna be shocked at how much I spent on each of these products. It was literally nothing. But I know that Primark makeup is not new, but it is new to me. This is the first time I'm ever trying anything from their beauty range. And I've heard actually a lot of good things. So I'm kind of excited and a little bit nervous to put these on my face. So I'm going to be putting all of these on my face for the first time and telling you guys my thoughts and opinions. And I hope it's gonna go well. So I'm not gonna ramble too much and we are gonna get straight on into the video. So this is my long ass receipt here, and I spent a total of €63.50 on around 18 products. I've got a full face of makeup in this bag. Sometimes I spend €63 just on a foundation, so that is pretty good value for money if these products are any good. First we're gonna start with primer, and I actually got two options. So we've got this PS Prep and Perfect Matte and Oil-Free Mattifying Skin Primer. This one was €4. I think that is the same in pounds, so I guess it's probably around £4 or £3.50. It's a mattifying primer. All of these products are cruelty-free, which is amazing. I also picked up this, which looks like a dupe for the MAC Fix Plus spray. Like, it literally looks identical. And I got it in the watermelon scent. They had a few different scents, like coconut and pineapple, but I chose the watermelon because I love watermelons. And this was €4. So if this is a dupe for the MAC Fix Plus, this is literally a quarter of the price. So we will see. I don't even usually like a matte finish, to be honest, but this one looked the cutest. Here is what the packaging looks like, and you've got this little nozzle here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a kind of gel consistency, but it's pretty runny and it doesn't really have a scent. So I'm just gonna put this more in the T-zone where I would usually get oily. It feels a bit greasy, not gonna lie, but we will see because it is supposed to be mattifying. So hopefully that greasiness is gonna go away. Are you gonna dry? Are you gonna dry down matte? I think it did actually mattify my forehead because my forehead was a little bit shiny before, but it still feels really slippery and almost a little bit silicone-like. I mean, my skin does feel really smooth, but yeah, it's not drying down. And then to prime the rest of my face, I'm just gonna spray a bit of this. It's called the Prime and Infuse Instant Hydration Priming Spray. And it's got hyaluronic acid and watermelon extract. So it sounds pretty nice. That smells so good. It smells so watermelony. I mean, it is watermelon infused, but it's got a really nice, fresh scent. This is gonna be so nice in the summer when I'm just too hot. I'm just gonna spray this all over my face at all times. Just gonna let that sink in a little bit, and I'm gonna show you the foundations that I got. I actually got two. So the first one is the matte foundation, and it comes in a really nice frosted glass bottle, which is pretty heavy and it looks expensive. This one was €6 and I got it in the shade beige 07. It looks a little bit too dark, but yeah, it's the PS My Perfect Color Double Coverage Matte Foundation. It's long wear and matte finish. It's got SPF 15 and it's oil free. I've heard really good things about this, and for €6 I hope it's gonna be good. It's more on the expensive side for Primark, but for a foundation that is super cheap. And then I also picked up the PS My Perfect Color Glow Foundation. This one is medium to buildable coverage and it's got a radiant and natural finish. I thought that this one might be nice in the summer months when you don't want like a full coverage look, or even for an everyday foundation where you just want a little bit of coverage but nothing too crazy. This was also €6 and I got this one in the shade Toffee, which I think is even darker than the other one. The matte one does not have a pump, which I mean for €6 you don't really expect it to have a pump. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Estee Lauder Double Wear. So I'm just gonna dot this on my face. Oh, it's got a really strong paint smell, like the MAC Studio Fix foundation. It smells exactly like that. It's pretty strong. So if you are quite sensitive with scents, this might not be the best for you. Hopefully the smell is gonna like go away after it sinks into my skin. but it's so strong. Okay, so the color doesn't look too bad, I don't think, but the coverage, okay. Coverage for €6. And I can see why they say it's a dupe for the Estee Lauder Double Wear. It does have a similar finish. That looks so smooth and it blended in so nicely. This has coverage. The shade range is not the best. They did have a few really dark shades, but I think in total, in my Primark anyway, I could see maybe 7 shades in total. So now that I've blended it into my skin, the smell has died down a lot. I can't really smell it anymore. And it just looks so smooth. Okay, Primark. I don't really know what else to say, but I really like that so far. Let's hope, fingers crossed, that it lasts all day and it doesn't get cakey or anything like that. Next, for concealer, I got the PS My Perfect Color Liquid Concealer Medium Coverage. So yeah, this is all the My Perfect Color range. Here is what it looks like. It just comes in this black plastic packaging, very standard. It's got vitamin E and aloe vera, and it was €3. I got it in the shade Nude 05. It has a little doe foot applicator. And no, I do not, straight away, I don't like this applicator because it hardly picks up any product. I'm gonna have to go in a million times. This is very yellow and not much lighter than my foundation, but it does feel very smooth. It does claim to have medium coverage. I mean, it does actually look quite hydrating, and I'm also putting this on the eyelids to conceal the veins, and it's working pretty well. It's not the most full coverage concealer I've ever used, but it's very smooth and hydrating. It did the job and it looks nice. It looks quite fresh and natural and radiant. But we're gonna set it as soon as possible. For powder, I chose a loose powder just because I prefer loose powder to set my skin. I do have oily skin and I feel like loose powders work better with my skin type. So I picked up the PS My Perfect Color Loose Mineral Powder, Buildable Coverage, Matte Finish, and Oil Free. This one is in the shade Nude, and I'm kind of worried because it is like colored. They didn't have a translucent shade, which I would have picked up if they did have that, because I prefer a translucent powder. So here is what it looks like. It was €2.50, which is probably the cheapest powder I have ever bought in my entire life. And I've put some into the lid. It's got a little hole. Ooh, it's very full. And the sift is nice. It's got really little holes, so not too much product comes out when you tap it. Might just try it on my little mini Tarte blender ball to set underneath the eyes. Definitely mattified and set that concealer in place. Look at the difference. It does look a little crepey, like crusty. I don't know the right word to describe it, but you know that powdery dry under eye finish? Yeah, it's pretty powdery. I mean, it is a powder. And then I'm taking the big blender just to set the rest of my face. I mean, on the face, it did mattify, but it doesn't have a super dry finish. It doesn't look too bad, and it is giving a little bit of coverage because it is colored, and I quite like it, to be honest. Primark is coming through. So here's what the skin is looking like. The camera always picks up like every single bit of texture, and my under eyes are pretty dry anyway, but I think it doesn't look too bad. Ooh, it is hot in front of this light. Next, I think I'm gonna move on to the eyes because I'm super excited about this. Look how cute this palette looks. I love the tortoise shell packaging and it feels nice. It was €8, which is very expensive for Primark, so this better be good. And it's called the Sunset Beach PS Eyeshadow Palette. There is a sheet that comes with it with all the shade names on it, and that's pretty cute that they named the shades. Well done, Primark. And this is what the palette looks like. How cute does that look? It looks like a really nice warm toned everyday neutral palette, and it comes with a mirror. Like, what? For €8 and a good quality mirror at that. Like, why? How? So it's kind of hard to show you guys without blinding you, but those are the shades there. We've got a nice range of mattes and shimmers, and I'm kind of excited. Ooh, they feel really soft. They feel so soft I can't even believe it. I'm gonna try and swatch some of these for you. So here we have Burnt Orange. Next we've got the shade Cocoa, which is a matte. I mean, mattes usually don't swatch that well anyway. It does look a bit patchy on the swatch. I am also the worst swatcher in the world, so excuse that, please. But yeah, they feel so creamy and buttery. Oh, hello. That one is the shade Red Skies. That looks super pretty. And this one is the shade Night Skies. That one is pigmented too, and I love these kinds of warm tones. This would be perfect for autumn. Hopefully they apply well to the eyes. Those are just a few swatches there. Obviously you can't tell how an eyeshadow is going to perform from a swatch. I think I'm going to start with this orangey one here. This is called Beach Sunset. Oh, there is a lot of kickback in the pan. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, it doesn't really bother me because most pigmented eyeshadows do have a lot of kickback. What on earth? Can you see how pigmented that is? So I'm just blending that into the crease in a kind of rounded shape. I might do a kind of halo eye or something. I mean, it's not the most pigmented orange I've ever used in my entire life, but for the price, it's pretty pigmented and it's blending quite easily. That's actually pretty nice. I'm not having any problems at all. It's not patchy or anything, but I have built that up and that is so beautiful. Next, I'm going to deepen it up with this kind of terracotta shade here called Red Skies. That's going on the inner corner and the outer corner. It's not that much different to the first, to be honest, just a tiny bit darker, I guess. So yeah, that's not patchy either. And it blended perfectly. And then I'm gonna deepen it up even more with this. This is a kind of cool tone chocolatey brown. This is Cocoa. I'm just putting this on the outer corner and the inner corner to create that halo effect. Yeah, this one is not really dark enough. It is a tiny bit patchy, but nothing that you can't really work with. Obviously for €8 or pounds or whatever, might need to work a little bit more with the shadows. Don't expect something that's just gonna blend by itself. And then I think I'm going to go for, I don't know, should I do this one or this one? I feel like this one is just gonna match this color, but I really want to try it. So I think I'm gonna take this one on my finger. This is a super autumn look. Okay, this is more of a glitter topper. Very pretty, but yeah, it's just not full pigment. It does look like an eyeshadow topper. That is so pretty. I love that shade. I'm also going to add a little bit of this one to the center of the lid and then also to the inner corner and brow bone. This is more of a champagne. Oh, hello. Oh, that's so beautiful. I'm using a mixture of the brush and my finger at this point. And that's a really pretty brow bone highlight shade. I mean, all of the eyeshadows worked pretty well for the price, especially. Obviously not the most pigmented and easiest to blend eyeshadows I've ever used in my life, but doable, although I did get quite a bit of fallout from that copper shade, so I'm gonna have to clean that up now. So yeah, let me just clean that up quickly and then we will do the lower lash line. To finish off the lower lash line, I think I'm just gonna go in with the shade Red Skies here. I'm just gonna run that all the way along the lower lash line and connect it up to the outer corner. Next, we're gonna do a little bit of eyeliner. I bought this PS Iconic Eyeliner Steady Tip for easy application, and it is a felt tip liquid liner. It was €2, so super cheap, and that is what the felt tip looks like. Let's do a little swatch. Okay, I mean, it looks pretty black. I usually prefer a brush tip. I'm not the best at working with felt tip liners, but we are gonna give it a go. So I'm just gonna line the upper lid. It's black. It's opaque for now anyway. We'll see when it dries down how it looks. It's not the blackest of black eyeliners that I've ever used, but it did the job. It went on pretty easily and I'm not really complaining for €2. It did the job. I would not replace my NYX matte black liquid liner with this one just because I prefer the applicator of the NYX one and it is a little bit more opaque and easier to apply. However, considering that I'm not very good with the felt tip eyeliners, it applied very easily. It is a tiny bit patchy over here, but nothing dramatic. And for €2, I think it's pretty good. For mascara, there were so many to choose from. I really didn't know which one to get, so I just picked this one up just because it's pink and it looked cute. This is the Fake It mascara. It was €3 and I think it's supposed to be a dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex, but I am not sure. I know they also had the dupe for the Benefit They're Real mascara, but I didn't get that one, unfortunately. So yeah, €3 False Lash Effect Extreme Volume Mascara. Got a very skinny wand and it's like fat then thin. It's got a kind of hourglass shape. I don't really care about mascara that much because I usually wear falsies anyway, but the wand is quite nice because it's so thin you can really get up into the lashes. It's not really doing that much and it's definitely not curling my lashes as much as maybe the Maybelline Lash Sensational would, which is my go-to mascara. Actually, for the lower lashes it was really nice. Because of the wand, it was quite easy to get a precise application, and usually I make a huge mess when doing my lower lashes, and I did make a little bit of a mess, but less than usual, so maybe this could be a good lower lash mascara. But yeah, for the top lashes it didn't really do anything mind-blowing. It didn't blow me away, but it's not the worst thing in the entire world. For lashes, I'm super excited because I've heard such good things about this brand. So Primark stocks Sosu by Suzanne Jackson, and I've heard so many things about Sosu by Suzanne Jackson lashes. They were €5.50 and they're in the style Dubai. They just look super wispy and long and volumizing, so I'm really excited. It doesn't come with glue, but it says you can reuse them up to 20 times, which is nice. And I also got Duo Lash Glue. This was €5.50 as well in Primark. I'm so happy because you do not know how difficult it is to find fake lashes in Italy. Like, it's not a thing here in Italy. So I'm just gonna put the lash glue on them and wait for it to dry, and then we are gonna do the rest of the face, I guess. So yeah, while I'm waiting for the lash glue to dry, we are going to move on to bronzer, and this is the PS Bronze Glow Matte Bronzing Powder. I don't know why it's called Bronze Glow if it's matte. The color actually looks really nice, and this was €1.50. That is so cheap. So we will see. It might be a little bit orange, and there is a lot of kickback when you put that brush in there, so I'm kind of scared. Like, you want a bronzer to be pigmented, but you don't want it to be too pigmented to the point where you can't blend it out. I mean, actually that looks pretty nice. I didn't get a contour color, but yeah, this is more on the warm toned orangey side, but at least it brought some color back into my face because I was looking a little ghostly before. It doesn't look patchy at all or muddy, and it blended in so nicely. You just need to be a little bit careful if you are pale like me because it can end up looking red or orange, but it's very smooth. Like, hello Primark, I've literally liked almost everything that I have tried today. How is this even possible? And the foundation still hasn't creased or caked up or anything. A tiny bit around the nose here and on the upper lip because I am sweating. But apart from that, it still looks really nice. I'm really excited about this blush because it is the cutest thing ever. Look at this packaging. It's pink and it's like pretty bulky and good plastic. The bronzer packaging did look a bit cheap, but yeah, this is nice. This is from the Floral Days collection, and this was €4, so yeah, much more expensive than the bronzer. Like, look how cute that packaging is. It's even like embossed. It's got that rose print on it, and it's so pretty, and it has a mirror. Everything is very powdery though. As soon as you dip in, just like kicks back up. That is pigmented. It's got a little bit of a sheen to it. It does have a little bit of shimmer running through, which is not something I usually go for. This actually looks like NARS Orgasm Blush. It's smooth and it blended out nicely. Yeah, just not sure about that sheen, but it doesn't look the worst. I think I put a little bit too much on and I kind of look crazy right now, so you need to go pretty light-handed because yeah, you've got all that kick up and that pigmentation. But I'm just obsessed with this packaging, and I think that is so cute for €4. I am so dumb because I forgot to pick up a highlighter, which is my favorite part of my makeup routine. Like, how did I forget to pick up a highlighter? But to be honest, because that blush has a sheen to it, I'm not going to add any more highlighter at this point. Next time I will pick up a highlighter because I've also heard really good things about those, and I think they sell them for around €1.50, £1.50. So next time I go into Primark, I will try that out. I waited a little bit too long to apply those lashes, so I had to put more glue on them. I know, I am a fail. So we're going to move on to lips, and I'm pretty excited about this. This is the lip liner pencil in the shade Toast. I wanted to get the shade Toffee, but I couldn't find it because everyone loves that shade. But this looks pretty cute too. This was €1.50. So it looks like a nice brownie nude color. Very creamy. And the color is really nice. I really like that. I usually prefer something that is a little bit less creamy, just because this is gonna probably run out really, really quickly, but it was €1.50. The color is really nice. It went on super easily, and it looks like it has a matte finish. It's pretty opaque, so I don't really have that many bad things to say about it. Just gonna try and apply these lashes again. Okay guys, so please excuse this disaster here. I don't know why, but my eye is watering so much, and the glue and the lashes just won't stick down, so they're just kind of hanging off on the side here. I'm trying to wait for like my lashes and stuff to dry because they are wet, but I don't know if that's gonna happen by the end of this video. Anyway, the lash glue is still drying. On this side, the lashes are nice. I don't like the band too much because it is pretty stiff. That's why it's quite difficult to apply, and I think that's why my eyes started watering, just because they were getting irritated, and because I couldn't apply the lashes properly. And I also don't really like that duo glue. This eyelash is annoying me so much. Now we're gonna move on to lipstick, and I actually got 3 different options. I got a luster lipstick. This is in the shade Toast, so it matches the lip liner, and it looks like a super cute color. And then I got this Powder Luxe, and this looks like a dupe for those Huda Beauty lipsticks. It's pretty heavy, and the packaging is really nice. This one is in the shade Caramel, and I think this is a matte. This was €3. This luster one was €1.50. And then I also got a liquid lipstick. This is a liquid matte Kiss Proof Long Lasting and Intense color, and this is in the shade Desire, and this one was also €3. They are all like brownie, terracotta-y, nude kind of shade. I think I'm gonna go for this one just because it excites me the most. The packaging is so nice. It's matte, and it looks just like the Huda ones, like maybe not as nice. So yeah, that is the shade there. It looks like it's gonna go very well with this lip liner. Oh, and it smells like vanilla. Smells so good. It's very, very creamy. It just glided on so easily, and it's very opaque. I did have the lip liner on underneath, obviously, but yeah, you can see just how easily that went on, and I love the color of this. I've been in the market for a like really nice brown nude shade. It is on the matte side. It does have a tiny bit of a sheen. It kind of reminds me of the matte lipsticks where they are creamy but matte at the same time. But yeah, I really like that, and especially because of the smell. We are almost done, guys. The last thing to do is brows, and I picked up the PS Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown, and I also got this brow sketch pencil. This one is also in the shade Dark Brown. This pencil was €2.50, and the pomade was €3. I usually use a brow powder or a brow pencil. I haven't used a pomade in so long. So let's see, we have a twisty up pencil, which is cute. And then on the other side, we even have a spoolie. That's so nice. I hate it when brow pencils don't come with a spoolie. So I think I'm just gonna use this brow pencil, to be honest. And then in another video, I will try the brow pomade. So this looks quite dark. Okay, I'm gonna go super light-handed. It's pretty creamy, which is not the best thing for an eyebrow pencil. I quite like it when they are stiffer, just because it's easy to go overboard when they are too creamy. But yeah, that is pretty nice, and the color is perfect. The spoolie is nice. So yeah, I don't really have any complaints about this either. So guys, this is the finished look, and I am so impressed with basically all of the products. I love the foundation. It still hasn't creased or anything. It still looks super smooth, and my skin looks flawless, super full coverage, and I have nothing bad to say so far about the foundation. The eyeshadow blended so nicely. It was pigmented enough. Again, not the most amazing eyeshadow I have ever used, but for the price, it was so good. I love the lip liner and the lipstick. I also really like this spray just because it smells so good. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. But yeah, overall, I am so impressed, especially for the price. I think it is very good quality and really, really worth the money. I'm definitely going to pick up some more stuff if this wears nicely. And I'm definitely going to use these products more often. That is basically it. There are a few products that I picked up that I did not try, so I will be trying those in future videos. If you are interested, then stay tuned. Apart from that, that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button down below. And I hope to see you in my next one. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye bye.